Hey, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and right now it probably is muffled. Hey, gentlemen, this is the Hero's Journey with Dr. D, and right now I'm just doing a PSA. Sometimes I call it a rant, but this is a PSA. I just found out some news, y'all. I found that Kevin Samuels died, especially in regard to the content that I talk about. But the whole scheme of things, I don't talk about being connecting, fighting, battling of the sexes. I don't talk about that because that's not my topic. That's not my subject matter. Kevin Samuels says things in a harsh manner, but has relatively truth in it. It probably cannot be received in a certain manner, but it has some truth in it. But irregardless of all of that, this is the man who just died, who had a family. And that's something because what crossed my mind earlier this morning is that it's not that it was Kevin Samuels that died, but it was death within itself. And death because this individual was at the peak, or you might in manosphere or social media. He had 1.5 million people on his social subscribers, so he was there. So he's getting paid that way. In consultation as the image consultant. I mean, his name was on the lips of many. The influence that he had was pretty big, y'all. He had an interview with Future. I mean, that's pretty big. Um, Nicki Minaj. He was on the IG. That's pretty big. It's not pretty big because of those people. It's pretty big because he had enough reach in his voice to affect how people perceived things, how people receive things. Some veered against it because of the abruptness of the tone or how direct he was. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people wasn't speaking direct enough. I'm not just talking about one, I'm talking about women and men. And but honesty, in some regard, is a thing that a lot of people miss. There's everything I didn't agree with, but some things I did agree with. But really, again, I'm talking because it's really not per se about Kevin Samuels, even though I'm kind of going to title this PSAs about Kevin Samuels. But it's just that it was a shock to see that the man had many plans. He's planning things to do, places to be, people to meet. The only person you're going to see right now is God. I can say the same thing for Kevin here. Yeah, not for Heaven, Robin Harris. Remember baby kids back in the day? Ooh, no baby kids. He was. It's not that he just jumped on the scene. It's just all his work had built up to a point where he became known. He became his 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 name began to roll off very the most influential people. Everybody knew who he was. He was getting called for different movies. People wanted to meet him. And right at the peak, right when he's climbing up that mountain, and someone even say that he's right at the peak looking over. But when you get right at the peak looking over the mountain, seeing about the kingdoms and the areas that you how you gonna conquer it. When you do this, you always have to realize that you're not alone. You don't control the day or the hour. Everybody has a time clock, and we don't know when our time runs out. In my personal life, I just had a couple people that passed all within this year. It just makes you very reflective about how brief life is and how negligent people are with the time that they've been given. It's not long at all. But what are you doing with it? What are you doing with that dash from the beginning date to the end date? Who have you impacted? Who have you affected? And what legacy have you left? Kevin Samuels has affected other people. Robin Harris has as well. But I know that he wasn't planning to leave early. Neither of them were. But the thing is, was it really early? Just because a person leaves before they're 80 doesn't mean it's early. It may just mean it's their time. But within the time you are given, will it matter? Can you rest tonight and say, if I don't get up tomorrow, it matter? Can you say it matter that your short existence on this planet we call Earth matters? Get to a certain age, you start reflecting about different things and experiences. Every funeral I've been to in the last 5 months, I see the person. I say I know the person, but my mind, when I hear about their passing, my mind automatically goes back to the first time I met them, and starts running a life clock about the funny things, the bad things, the things that were said, the last thing that I heard from, only to go in my mind saying, I got next. But when I have next, will it matter? In my sphere of influence, will it matter? I talk about different things, different topics on my YouTube channel in regard to mattering and being effective and thinking about what you think about, but what you allow to be planted within your mindset, within your mind, so you can be set for life. Y'all can check out my videos. Y'all can comment on this. And this is a impromptu uh, PSA. Uh, it is just a live impromptu. But check me out. Comment. Tell me what you think about this video. What's your thoughts on not just Kevin Samuels, uh, but more so about not just to everybody else. Doesn't matter that you're here, and who will it affect if you leave? I've had people that I've lost. I know people that are leaving me as well. And I know I have to leave. I'm just trying to make sure that when I die, that my cup is empty and I don't leave half full. So with that being said, if you don't remember anything else from this PSA, remember this. Every day you get a vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never move back. You can't live your life looking in the rearview mirror because you are important. I think so. God knows so. So therefore, it is. This is the Hero's Journey. A Hero's Journey with Dr. D. And we are